Greetings, Tuba Galaxies and Tuba Fairlanes. It is I, who I am, and so far, today we've got a mail call. Let's find out what day it is, shall we, boys and girls? Lifting up my sleeve. Presto. It's 12:31. No. Today is Friday, May 5th. It's the 5th of May. It was the same day as last year at this time. Today I've got a mail call. Woo! This is from our buddy and loved one, Tony, VORTEC 67. I should know 67 because I was around in 67. 1867. Whew. It's bad to get old, but it's good to be old. Anyway, this is a beautiful mail call. And of course, everybody knows VORTEC 67. He built that beautiful Nova. And I know he regrets getting rid of it. I regret him getting rid of it. It's beautiful and it's red. Of course, my favorite color besides black. And now he's got a little pickup, a little Chevrolet pickup that's just cute as a bug. And it's going to be red here directly. As soon as he gets excited and grabs that paint gun, he's a really good body man and painter. And another thing he's really good at, this is another thing that he's really good at, probably the best that I know of, that he's very professional. Oh, look at the stuff he got me. Oh man, look at this. Now tell me he don't love me. I love him too. He's got a beautiful wife. Of course, we've all got beautiful wives. But that don't mean that his wife is not beautiful. She's beautiful and very sweet. He known her since school. He went to school with this girl and he thought very much of her and him, and they got married, and look at all the stuff they've done. What's that? Can you hear that? Oh, that's one of them, yeah. Anyway, we don't get very many cars on this old road, but we get our fair share of four-wheelers and stuff. There's somebody who messaged me. Thank you very much, Tony. This will go up in here. This is too pretty to go on a car. This is beautiful. See how good he is? I don't know. Oh, look at all the other stuff he's got me. Look at here. I got to get closer to you. Look at that. Now see how creative he is? Is that not the beautifulest thing? Look at this. I like this. It's got the fire and the fire fist and the other fist thingy going after it. Is that not wonderful? Woohoo! That's artist. I wonder if he can paint. I mean, besides cars and stuff. He can paint lots of stuff. Oh, look what he got. This is, I asked him if he would please make me some stickers, because the stickers that I've been trying to make on my own, they go to Memphis after they get wet and stuff, because I'm just printing them out on, well, the printer's not here, but printing them out on sticker paper, and that's usually not real good Walmart sticker paper. This is wonderful. He gave me 25 free because, I don't know, because he loves me. But I'll show you the real ones. He made me a, golly, look at this stuff. This is like Christmas. Wait a minute, here we go. He made me, oh, he's laminated that on both sides. Look at this. Ain't that pretty, don't that nice? That's the new official sticker. He come up with that on his own. Tell me he's not the best in the world. Woohoo! Thank you very much. See, I would highly recommend if you need stickers made or anything like that, any graphic design, this guy is very talented. And there's my little ones. Ooh, look how pretty. Oh, pretty. Woo! I love them. Thank you very much, Tony. Now then, that is wonderful. That's the best mail call I've had in a long, long time. And he's got some proofs that he whooped out here, test sheet. And this is really good. Wow. I'm going to put this back in here for it to be protected. Yeah, I know you're doing stuff. I'm tickled to death. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. I can't get over thanking you. It's just a wonderful thing. I'll put this in my drawer. The drawer. Woohoo! Man, I'm gonna put these VORTEC stickers up on my board. And I don't know which one I'll put on in here. And then I'll put the other one off in the garage out there so I can see him every day I go out there. Haven't been out there very often or for very long. And I need to finish up my little Herald. It doesn't like much. Just a little body work and some glass and some other stuff. And as fast as I was getting going on it a couple years ago, it should have been done a couple years ago. But we sold the property, and I had to move all that stuff and do all that other stuff, and some other things have happened to me, and I just haven't had the gumption or the get along to go out there and finish it up. I hit it a few licks here and there just to make myself feel a little better, but I'm really wanting to go out there, and I'm wanting to drive it. I mean, where else are you going to find a 63 Herald in Arkansas or in America? It'll be an American Herald, Trump Herald. And I got my Spitfire on the other side of the house all packaged up like a little Christmas present, and it needs to come out while it's real pretty outside, and take the top back off of it and enjoy it. It's running, driving, enjoyable. It's wonderful. It's fun. And I can be doing that too. And then I got to build some steps for the back porch of this thing, and I got to get the weed eater going, and I've got lots of stuff. And I've got some Volkswagens to put some parts on and stuff. So I just need to be 3 of me. And if I keep eating like I am, I'm going to be at least 2 of me. But that's the way it is. And while I got you all looking at my desk, or my desk, this is what they made me. I'll make sure I don't say something bad on the backside. You never know what I was doing. This is what I had on my desk in my office when I worked, when they let me work. And my boss was, well, one of my bosses was a Dean Flangler. And he was a mess. And I messed with him as much as I could. And you know how some of that could go with me and my ideas. One time he was going to meet with a bunch of architects and then a state representative, because I worked for the state and he did too, kind of. And it was all going to be a big thing, and they was all going to go out to lunch and everything else. And he had all of his accreditations on his wall, had thousands of accreditations to show how important he was. And some of them were just for dog walking, but nobody really read them. But he had all this stuff around his walls to kind of show people that come in there and prop him up a little bit. And while he was in there, he called me in there to do something or have me do something for him personally. And when they made this for me, they slipped up. They showed me how to do it. So while I was in there, I made him one. While I was in there, I wonder if it says anything bad on the backside of you. No. So I made him one. And you know, when you're sitting across the desk, his nameplate faced forward, where all he could see is the backside of it. Well, I figured that out. And so before these old birds got there, I put this on his desk. And when all them guys, there's like, excuse me, burrito, 5 of them guys peeled into his nice fancy office, and here's what it said on his desk. And you know, none of them guys asked him about it. And after they got to knowing him, they pretty much agreed with this. So I keep that as a memento. By the way, he came in there, his face was just as red as a beet. He come into my office and throwed that down and told me he was going to put it somewhere I couldn't reach. And I stood up and he left because he knowed I was going to make a top knot on his head and was really wanting to. Boy, he made one guy so mad. This is he was probably in his 40s. And he made this one old guy so bad, a Dean Pike, I call him Deanie Pooh, that he had, Dean Pike was like 80. He had the back of his shirt like this, back of the boss's shirt like this, and was kicking him in the butt. And he run to the office with Dean hooked to him, kicking him, and got the secretary to turn him loose. Bless his heart. If he's listening to this, I'm not the one that kept sending your filling out the what was that stuff called? Oh, change of address cards. Back then you can get a change of address card at the post office. All you had to know was the Social Security number, and everybody knew what that was. That was easy to get. Filled it out the first time, sent it up there. His address was 1060 West Addison, Chicago, Illinois, 60609. And his mail, poof, it disappeared. And he had some pretty important mail coming. And directly he got a card back from Wrigley Field in Chicago saying that he had some mail up there he needed to take care of. And he had to go to the post office and sign and do all this other stuff to get it turned back in. And he had a big pile of mail. And it was all marked Wrigley Field. And the second time I sent it somewhere else. I can't remember the address there. 2586 Highway 92, Hampton, Illinois. And that's a school for certain type of people. And I sent his stuff to the school. And then I guess now they got it figured out where they got to put a thumbprint and all this other stuff. Otherwise I'd still be doing it. But he deserved that and more besides, because he was, I loved him. You know, you gotta love these people that you really want to just pinch their head off. And God gives you the capacity to love them instead of pinching their head off. But I didn't have the capacity of of not making his life more interesting. So that's my mail call. Yep. Mr. Tony, he's a dandy. He's a great guy. I don't know what else I can show you. I've got some good ice water, Arkansas spring water. It springs right out of the faucet. And we got a Frigidaire that's got ice in it. You hit this button and it pukes out this ice in your cup, which is handy. I never had a Frigidaire that it would had that ice come out of the door there all over you and the dogs and stuff. It was pretty neat. But I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. Whether you need it or not, you're getting it. By golly. And y'all say a few words for me, because I'm sure the Lord's going, idiot. Nah, he won't say that. He knows I'm just fooling. So I'm going to get on with my day, and I would suggest y'all get on with your day. It's Friday, so eat something fried. Whether you like it or not, fry it up. I had a darn burrito I found in the freezer. It'll probably repeat. But there's nothing here for me to damage besides these dogs' olfactory sensors and a cat sitting here, or asleep here with his head to the ground. When a cat sleeps with her head to the ground, that means it's going to rain in 4 days. That's the old wives' tale. I don't know what old wives have to do with it, but they're brilliant for some reason. So anyway, I love y'all, and y'all take care. Have fun this weekend, and show me something I hadn't seen in a while, or do something that's exciting, and I promise I'll watch. Oh, here it is. This is going to be a long one, isn't it? I don't know what this thing says. 5.71.4, 7:34, 17 minutes it says. I've been having awful trouble, as you know, getting internet. And I have changed. This is my, get off there. This is my beautiful pink computer. It's an Apple. And I'll tell you what, it's beautiful. Look at that thing, don't that nice? And I use this, I can put this anywhere. This thing will work without no wires on it. And how it does that? And my sister gave me this big monitor, because my other monitor was like a postage stamp. You had to get, put both eyes in one hole to be able to see it. And I got this computer, I hooked this one up, and I got a e-machine down here below that this is standing on. I got all my computers from 20 years ago hooked up to all this satellite dish internet that I've got hanging on the roof back here. And I've switched and beat and banged and poured water in, and it won't let me watch anything. Now I can upload with it, but it takes about half a day, but it works. And it takes about half a day for me to watch a 5-minute video. But my phone, I can watch it on my phone. It's got a different server thing. I don't know what makes the phone work. It don't have a satellite dish. It just picks it up out of the earth. So I can watch 2 or 3 videos on this thing before it goes haywire. And that's what I've been trying to catch up. It's hard to watch everybody's when you do that. And howsoever, I figured out the other day that probably since the leaves got on the trees and that thing's pointed through these oak trees, that's probably knocking off my signal. Now there's another satellite dish right beside it that runs Marianne's TV, and it doesn't have that problem, but it's at a different angle, so that's probably it. So I'm gonna get out there and eyeball a line off of it, and whatever limbs are on the trees in the way, I'm going to trim them And I got my tree trimmers right here. So that'll be it. I'm getting another thing. It's probably you. So I'll hush and let y'all go, and I'll answer this thing and talk to y'all. And again, I want to tell Mr. Tony thank you very much. And his wife had a good hand in it too. She's artistic. They're just all good. His son is very good too. He can do lots of stuff. He's more of a mechanic, but he can do stuff like his daddy. So, all right, I love y'all, and y'all take care. I'm gonna hit the button now. There's one behind here that I can never figure out. There's one on this door, but it don't all